After years of relentless effort, I graduated alone. When I stepped into my parents' house days later, my sister sneered, "Your degree is worthless." My phone showed 37 missed calls and a single text. "You owe us an apology." That was how my graduation day ended. "My name is Patrick and I'm 22. Last June was supposed to be the proudest moment of my life. I had clawed my way through college with little support, juggling late-night shifts at a diner, tutoring gigs and freelance work to keep my apartment's bills paid. Graduation was the culmination of my struggle, a chance to prove to myself, and perhaps my family, that I had achieved something meaningful. But as I crossed the stage, no familiar faces greeted me from the crowd. Not my mother, father, or even my grandmother, who never missed a Sunday service. The empty seats in the family section felt like a glaring spotlight on my isolation. My younger sister, Julia, is 22 years my junior and the family's cherished darling. They always claimed she was delicate, needing extra attention, which really meant she got everything she wanted. At 16, she had designer clothes, the latest shoes, and a car I wasn't allowed to touch, even when my bike broke, forcing me to trek 3 miles to school. When Julia got pregnant at 19, my parents spun it into a fairy tale. She wasn't a frightened teen making reckless choices. She was a radiant young woman uniting the family. They threw her an extravagant baby shower, lavish enough for a royal wedding. The date they picked, my graduation day. Initially, I thought it was just bad timing. Maybe the venue was only free that weekend, or they hadn't realized the dates clashed. I gave them the benefit of the doubt and called my mom a month prior to confirm. "Oh, sweetheart, we'll work it out," she said vaguely. "Maybe we'll split the day." But as weeks passed, the truth became undeniable. Invitations for Julia's shower went out with no mention of my graduation. When I raised it again, my dad snapped, "Patrick, you'll have plenty of ceremonies, but this is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for your sister." I sat in silence, gripping my phone so hard I thought it would break. How could they dismiss 4 years of my grind as if it meant nothing? On graduation morning, I still held hope, checking my phone for updates, expecting them to say they were on their way. Nothing. As I scanned the campus parking lot, watching families arrive with flowers and balloons, I got nothing. By the time my name was called, I knew they weren't coming. The cheers for other graduates felt distant. I crossed the stage alone, flashed a forced smile at the dean, and clutched the diploma that had cost me countless sleepless nights. As I stepped off the platform, my phone buzzed. Hoping for a supportive message, I checked it only to see my dad's text. "You owe us an apology." My heart froze. I reread it, thinking I'd misunderstood, but the words stayed, followed by 37 missed calls. As if I'd done something wrong by daring to expect their presence. While my peers were surrounded by proud families, I sat by a fountain, staring at my phone in disbelief. What was I supposed to apologize for? For existing outside Julia's orbit? For wanting a sliver of recognition? I wanted to hurl my phone into the water, but shoved it into my pocket instead, my fists clenched until my knuckles whitened. That moment marked the first real fracture in my relationship with my family. I'd tolerated their favoritism, snide remarks, and endless excuses for years, but that text, their audacity, was the first time I truly felt the weight of their skewed priorities. I didn't reply, not that day or the next. I walked home, diploma in a plain folder, no balloons, no flowers, no family dinner, just silence. Deep down, I knew this was only the beginning. That message wasn't just a betrayal. It was a challenge. If they wanted to play this game, I wasn't going to stay quiet anymore. Later that night, my phone was flooded with notifications, as if my family had held a tribunal in my absence. My mom's voicemail started with her usual sugary guilt trip. "Patrick, honey, this wasn't about you. We had to be there for your sister. Family comes first." The next was sharper. "You've embarrassed us by ignoring your dad's calls. Julia was in tears because you didn't congratulate her. Do you want to ruin her special day?" By the third, my dad's voice boomed. "Answer your phone and stop acting childish. You've upset your mother, and you need to apologize for your behavior." That word, apologize, haunted me. Staring at my bare apartment walls, my unopened diploma case on the desk, I realized every milestone of mine had been diminished for the sake of family unity. My first job at 16. I was told not to boast because Julia was struggling in school. My college acceptance? Ignored at dinner because Julia hadn't applied anywhere. Now my graduation was erased for her baby shower. 2 days later, I visited my parents' home, hoping a face-to-face talk might make them see my pain. Instead, I found pink balloons still taped to the walls, confetti scattered on the carpet, and baby gifts stacked high. Julia lounged in a recliner, scrolling her phone, while my mom fussed over tiny outfits. "Well, look who finally showed up," my dad said, arms crossed, no smile, no congratulations. Julia didn't look up. "Did you bring something for the baby?" she asked, smirking. "We're still accepting gifts." My stomach twisted. I'd spent my last dime on a suit for graduation to look presentable on that stage. "I came to talk," I said, keeping my anger in check. But my mom interrupted. "Patrick, this attitude is unacceptable. We had to choose, and we chose your sister because she needed us more. You should have understood." I stared, waiting for her to backtrack, but she meant it. Julia needed them, so my graduation didn't matter. "I needed you too," I whispered, more to myself. My dad's eyes narrowed. "Don't start with that selfish nonsense. You think walking across a stage compares to bringing new life into the world? Be grateful we're even here to celebrate you now." Celebrate me. The room was still decked out for Julia's shower, with no trace of acknowledgement for my achievement. No card, no balloon, nothing. Julia chimed in, "Don't sulk. You'll get over it. Besides, you'll probably have another graduation for your master's, right? This was just a warm-up." Her casual cruelty stole my breath. She genuinely believed my years of debt-free college, earned through sheer grit, were a rehearsal. I left without another word. As I walked to my car, my dad shouted, "You're not welcome back until you learn respect." The door slammed, and that was it. That week, Julia's baby shower photos flooded social media, her in a floral dress, surrounded by gifts and smiling relatives. Comments gushed, "So proud of you, Julia. You'll be an amazing mom." No mention of my graduation, as if I'd been erased from the family narrative. I hoped an aunt or cousin might reach out, but at a family cookout weeks later, the truth hit harder. "You really shouldn't have skipped your sister's big day," my uncle chuckled. "That was selfish," my aunt added. "We were all there and it was beautiful. Your absence cast a shadow." My absence. They'd rewritten the story to make me the villain. That night, lying awake, I felt something solidify inside me. I'd believed hard work would earn their recognition, but no achievement could outshine Julia's pedestal. The realization hurt, but it brought a cold clarity. I wasn't ready to act yet, but the seeds of change were planted. For months, I kept my distance. No calls, no texts, no family gatherings. Guilt lingered, as it always does with family, but my grandmother's calls tugged at me. She was the only one who'd always supported me, asking when I'd visit, believing everyone meant well. I hoped for a fresh start when I visited one Saturday, but the scene crushed that hope. The house was filled with relatives, pale green balloons, and a banner reading, "Welcome Baby Shower Round 2." Julia hadn't even given birth yet, but one shower wasn't enough. Every relative who'd skipped my graduation was there, fawning over her. My grandmother hugged me, but my dad's face hardened. "You weren't invited," he said coldly. "This is for family." The room quieted. Julia, perched on pillows, smirked. "It's fine, Dad. He can stay. He can help carry gifts from the car. They're heavy and I'm not supposed to lift." Laughter followed, some awkward, some genuine. Was I their entertainment now? A hired hand. My mom touched my shoulder. "Patrick, don't make this harder. Your sister's carrying the next generation. It's your duty to support her." Duty. I clenched my jaw and followed Julia's boyfriend, Derek, to the driveway. He leaned against a new SUV, grinning. "Good you showed up. We need extra hands. Bad back, you know." I carried boxes in silence, my anger simmering. Inside, whispers floated. "Patrick should be more supportive. He skipped the first shower out of spite." They'd turned me into the antagonist. The breaking point came during dessert. My dad tapped his glass for a speech. "Julia, we're so proud of you. You've united this family like nothing else. You're why we're here." The room applauded. Then he turned to me. "And Patrick, maybe one day you'll learn to put family above yourself. Until then, we'll pray for you." The floor dropped out. In front of everyone, he branded me a selfish failure. My grandmother squeezed my hand, but even her warmth couldn't dull the sting. I left without a word, the sound of their laughter trailing me. In my car, I turned off my phone as new texts piled up, likely more accusations. That night in my dark apartment, my diploma unframed, I realized they'd never see my worth. Every glance at that diploma echoed my dad's words. Julia gave them purpose. I was irrelevant. Weeks turned into months. I withdrew, ignoring family chats, muting social media, wandering the city to escape my apartment's silence. At work, I faked smiles, dodging questions about my graduation. The loneliness cut deep. I wondered why my parents couldn't spare a fraction of the love they showered on Julia. My grandmother's calls were the hardest. "They don't mean to hurt you," she'd say, but her voice wavered. I spared her the full truth, claiming I was busy. One night, my dad's voicemail hit harder. "Patrick, your behavior is unacceptable. We won't welcome you back until you apologize to your sister and the family. You're isolating yourself." Apologize, again, as if I'd abandoned them. But in that anger, a new thought emerged. If I was their villain, I didn't have to play their game. I wasn't ready to act, but I started planning small steps to reclaim myself. Framing my diploma, saving for a better apartment. Finding people who saw me, not Julia's shadow. Change came slowly. I framed my diploma, its black frame a quiet testament to my resilience. At work, I stopped chasing family approval and leaned into my job. I took on tough projects, stayed late to learn, and my boss noticed. "Patrick, lead the next proposal," she said. It was grunt work, spreadsheets, research, but I threw myself into it. While my family planned Julia's next celebration, I studied, practiced, and delivered a flawless pitch. The department head called it the best junior proposal in years. That validation, paired with a small raise, loosened the knot in my chest. I moved into a brighter one-bedroom, painted it myself, and filled it with books and a decent coffee maker. It became my space. Socially, I opened up, drinks with coworkers, trivia nights, real friendships. I told my colleague Alex everything, graduation, the shower, the text. "That's brutal," he said, "but your worth isn't tied to them. You're building something real." His words stuck. I didn't need their approval to exist. Julia's perfect life showed cracks online. Derek was less present and whispers of financial strain surfaced. Meanwhile, I thrived. My boss suggested the management training program. "It's competitive, but you're a strong candidate," she said. A year ago, I was the kid staring at a text demanding an apology. Now, someone saw leadership in me. I applied, staring at my diploma, focused on what I wanted, not what my family thought. My reputation at work grew. I became the one who fixed chaos, earning respect and influence. Accepted into the management program, I dove into seminars and mentorship. A CEO, Valerie, told me, "You have resilience, don't waste it." I learned to navigate politics and strategy, skills I'd soon apply beyond work. Julia had her baby, Noah, and my family's post screamed, "Family is everything." But my cousin revealed the truth. My parents were spinning a tale that I'd gone astray, while Julia and Derek struggled financially, leaning on my parents for rent and baby costs. The irony was sharp. I'd been the burden, yet now they needed me. My career soared. A high-profile project led to a permanent management role, a doubled salary, and a sleek apartment with skyline views. I bought a reliable car. People listened when I spoke. Then my mom texted, "Patrick, it's been too long, come see Noah." My dad followed, "Let go of the past, your family needs you." They needed me. After years of me needing them, I didn't reply immediately. I let weeks pass, muting their messages. This wasn't pettiness, it was control. They weren't in charge anymore. My cousin said Julia kept asking about me, hinting I should step up for their financial mess. Step up. After they dismissed me. That weekend, I wore a sharp suit, drove my new car, and rang my parents' doorbell. The same driveway where I'd hauled boxes felt different. My mom's face lit up as she opened the door, but I wasn't the boy they'd overlooked anymore. I was someone new, and they were about to meet him. Thank you for watching my story. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more real-life stories, get more experiences.